What's up, everyone? So, I'm not one to start fights, and I didn't really try and start a fight, but apparently, a lot of people who follow Ashley Black and the Fascia Blaster, and they think that I was talking trash in a way. And maybe I made the video too long, and it was 20 minutes, and that was just too much for people to watch all the way through, but I'll make this one a little bit shorter. But everybody's talking about the before and afters, and that's what people want to say. And if you haven't come over to the Instagram, and I'm going to have this on my Instagram, so you can come onto Fitbuster's YouTube, or you can go to my Instagram at MuscleWhispererJosh and check out the before and afters. And I'm going to put a bunch of them in here just so everybody can see it, because the evidence is real. And if you want to talk about why the Fascia Blaster can't touch the stuff that I'm doing, it's simply the fact that tension starts from the inside out. The Fascia Blaster works superficially from the outside in. So keep watching over at YouTube. Thanks for watching on Instagram. If you were just watching it there, go over to Fitbusters. Thanks, guys. So, tension builds from the inside out. Think of a muscle belly. It goes from the deepest part of that, and that's where it starts. Yeah, I mean, that's where it contracts at the deepest level. So if the muscle contracts all the way at the deepest level first, from the inside out, and then comes around it, why would you think that from the outside in would touch anything you do from the inside out? And the way that you work from the inside out, when obviously I'm working from the outside in too, is deep compression. Deep compression is the same thing that gravity does by putting pressure on us all day. It doesn't go around like this. Things like that, when they happen, think if you just step onto ice, everything jerks, your whole body cinches up. So anything that's happened with these erratic patterns back and forth, this scraping like Graston and different things like that, that's why I really don't agree with them. I'm not saying they don't work. Yeah, they work. There's lots of things that work. But if you're going to compare the before and afters, I'm just simply showing you. I don't really care to toot my own horn and be on here doing this, and I just wanted to make it clear I wasn't talking trash at all, and I just wanted to show some of my before and afters, because this is my passion, just like Ashley's. I was not talking trash. It was not meant to even be that. I was giving very good information. I was simply saying that the way she was talking about a foam roller and said that it really wouldn't do that much to fascia compared to the Fascia Blaster, it makes no sense. You put hard pressure with a foam roller, it will stimulate the entire region to release. And all of the tissue, all of the extra tissue, if you put the area into a perfect, homeostasis, if it's a perfect balance in that area from you releasing a deep, deep adhesion that's in there, deep inside, it's going to dissipate all tissue in the area. You don't have to scrape anything away. You don't have to do any of that. You'll just simply break it up, take that foam roller and stretch that whole piece open. That's what you're doing anytime that you work tissue. That's why solid, hard pressure is the best way to manipulate the body, because the nervous system, it doesn't want to be on this back and forth. This is what's going on. And that's a really hard, you got to remember, the nervous system reads. That's all it does. It reads sensories. It's a recording device. So if you're going like this real fast, it's all this information. It's not going to stimulate the fast, nice release where the body is relaxed and it can actually contract that muscle in and boom, and let it go. And that's what happens when you do deep compression. That deep compression will stimulate the nervous system, because what's happened is tension has formed around there and it's created a barrier. It's like you can't contact that area as well with your brain anymore. So you're basically putting pressure on that area. And what happens is there's trapped energy inside of there, essentially like electricity. It's trapped inside of that contracted muscle. And that's why when you release the muscle, it gives you that twitch, that pulse. That's when you know that you've actually stimulated the nervous system the right way. It's broken through that barrier and has allowed that energy to release, and it shoots it back to the nervous system. It just dissipates. All that energy goes back through the nervous system. And that's what truly tells the body there's been a release, there's a better copacetic balance in this area. Homeostasis has been secured, and we don't need this extra tissue. What does it costs energy for the body to keep it there. The body is so cheap, it's not going to keep anything extra it doesn't need. But the right way to trigger it is not to take the symptom. Fascia is a symptom of neglect in the muscle. And actually, it's a neglect of the joints, because muscles only hold tension to fix joints, because joints get pulled together from when we shorten muscles too much, and therefore those muscles are trying to realign things. But fascia is a symptom. It's a symptom of a buildup in an area from neglect in the muscle. Why would you scrape away the symptom? That's like taking a pain pill for a pill, rather than going and doing heavy deep compression right straight into the Golgi tendon organ, which is the true way that works, and releasing it, that sensory, where it pulls that muscle back. You can feel it contracting. That's why it hurts worse. But if you keep holding and you're not rolling back and forth with the foam roller like you're supposed to by holding, That's what you're supposed to do. It'll contract that muscle back and forth. It'll release that. That energy will dissipate, and the body knows we're good. I don't need any of this tissue here. It's going to cost me more energy. Therefore, I'm going to get rid of it. So that's my explanation, guys. 5 minutes. I didn't want to go any longer than that. I wasn't talking trash. I hope one day I could sit down and have a conversation with Ashley. It's not about being in battle. When you get to where your passion reaches a certain point, then you just simply want to share with other like-minded people, but I just want to clear that up, that I wasn't saying anything bad, but I'm just going to say it. This is my work. That's what her work is. People were saying that, watch and look at the before and afters. I have, and here's mine. And this is my theory on things. Here's how I prove it. It's fair enough. I'm allowed to do that, just like she did with hers. This is how it works. If you want more knowledge, I'll give you whatever you want to prove it to you, because this is science. You bring in the best doctor in the world, you bring in the best physicist, you bring in the best PhD on the topic, or any of these people that can talk about energy and different things like that and how it works. They'll tell you this is the way it works. And the Golgi tendon organ, just look it up. You're not scraping away and getting the Golgi tendon organ to stimulate a release. So look it up, and that's the true sensory that's put in the body for releasing those areas and releasing the muscle. So it's in each muscle. So look it up. Thanks for watching, guys. Check me out on Instagram at MuscleWhispererJosh.